What is up, everybody? It's Matt, and it is finally Fiendish Friday. Yes, TGIF. I am so happy it is finally here. I hope each and every one of you are having a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk. All that fun jazz. I hope you're happy to see my face today, because I am definitely happy to see your guys's, because I have an amazing film lined up for today. I'm going to also mention it's the main one is gonna there's going to be a main film, but I'm going to be talking slightly just a little bit about the film beforehand, just so you can kind of catch up and see what you got going on here, and because they both go together. And there's going to be a third part of it coming out this year, which I am very excited to have, or to finally get to see, and I will be purchasing a copy, because I got 1 and 2, gotta have number 3, especially since the first 2 are just short films. The third one will be a feature-length film, and that being Variant. Yes. Have you guys seen anything on Variant yet? It looks freaking amazing. I just can't wait for it. Joe Meredith is an amazing director, and he's got some great talent behind him, both artistically and visually. I mean, not artistically and visually and audio as well. Very good stuff. I'm going to first start off with his first film into the franchise. I'm just going to kind of talk about it just a little bit, and that is none other than South Mill District. Like I said, this is the first part of the trilogy. It basically follows around these two people that that survived the alien apocalypse type thing. Basically probably what we're going in through now, because it gives them a virus, much like now. It's called the Havoc virus. Very interesting. And by the way, this release is very cool. It's got, yeah, Joe Meredith's autograph on there like that. You open her up, it's got a nice little inside card. I really like that. That's very cool. And flip her over to the back. I'll show you that. Awesome stuff. Yes. That's South Mill District. Very cool. Part 1 to the Eon Corp film trilogy. So definitely, if you get this, you have to get its brother, Teratomorph, which is amazing. Like this one, real, like both of them, I'm not gonna lie, they remind me of a mixture of Ray Harryhausen, Rob Bottin, and trying to think, and James Bell. James Bell did some stuff on here, so you got his twist on things, which is always cool. I need to get some of his films. I've been really eyeballing his eyeballing his nutsack. Yeah, because I want nutsack and manure and the bliss, and the bleak is the one I'm really looking at. I'm curious about the bleak. Have you guys seen any of his stuff? Is it worth the watch? Should I go out and buy his stuff? Because it is reasonably priced. It is only like most of his stuff, his films are like just $10 a piece. Very reasonably priced. There's like a $5 or $6 shipping is what I think I saw on there. I didn't place an order. I was just doing some pricing just to see what it would cost to get the films I wanted off of that, and it would have cost me like $50. That's not a bad amount for four films, and with shipping, I think it was, and then 5 films was like $60 with shipping and tax, handling charge and all that jazz. Alright, so on to Teratomorph, which is the whoa, my gosh, Matt, what is wrong with you? You're dropping the gold today. Which, by the way, I want to show you this release. It is so badass. This is the special edition that they did for this one. It was only limited to 100. I have number 52 out of 100. It comes autographed. And let's open that bad boy up. We got a ton of really cool stuff in here. There's an Eon Core like sticker. There's a cool little card for Teratomorph itself. There's these awesome art cards and then they tell you exactly about them on the back of them. It's very, very cool. I really am a huge fan of Joe's artwork. It is beautiful. Yes, and these are all basically creatures in his realm of the Eon Core. Very, very cool stuff. Like, put that all back together. Squeeze that bad boy back in there. And whoop. Close it very gently. Whoop, whoop. Alright, you guys like my sound effects. Like I said, I have number 52 out of 100. Very, very cool stuff. And this is the Limited X cover is what this is called. Now, I don't think there's anything special about South Mill District as far as this release, other than it's autographed and it's badass. Joe, you rock, dude. And let's see who he's in both of them. He directs both of them. Cidney, his wife, is in both of them. Their son Elijah, I believe that's their son. He would be the right age for somebody that their age frame to have a child. That it seems about right. Their son Elijah, he is basically one of the main people in Teratomorph. It follows him around, and at one point there's this really, really gnarly scene where it involves him, a hacksaw. Not a hacksaw, but a wood saw, and his wrist. It's very, very gnarly, very cool. The effects were over the top. I loved it. If you like, as much as I hate throwing the name out there, if you like the artwork of a Phil Stevens, his artwork is kind of similar in ways, but not as good, in my opinion. I think Joe's stuff is better. But the way the skulls look and the bones and the way they did that, it's so they remind me of so much of each other. But then again, didn't James Bell get scammed out of some stuff for flowers or something like that? He used a bunch of James Bell's old props or something like that. I can't remember. I'm not really here to start dumpster fires. I just it's word around the campfire that I've heard. Now, all right, back to this one. It's about follows this boy Elijah Meredith. You also get who else is in here? You get Toby Johansen. He plays a voice of this doctor type for the Eon Core, and then you got Martin Trafford in there, none other than the amazing artist himself. Another one that I love seeing his artwork on these DVDs. His stuff is so original, and he has a style of his own, much like Joe. They have their amazing own style, and they embrace it, which is amazing. That's what you need to do if you're a filmmaker, want to make music. If you want to be an artist in general, in any type of thing, embrace your style. Don't ever try to become something else, because you'll either fall flat or you'll kill yourself in the process. So don't ever try to sell yourself short, for one, and never ever try to be something else that you're not. So embrace what you are, what you have, and what you can do, your own abilities, because that's how you make great films like these. The boy's infected. Yeah. You see some really cool creature stuff. Like I said, it reminds me a little bit of Robotine with The Thing. Some awesome stuff in there. There's some really cool stop motion stuff that reminds me of Harryhausen, and it of these little spiders that crawl out of your skull, and they look like a combination of a spider, a crab, and a brain mixed together. like this mesh of three things. It's kind of cool. Different looking as well. There's one. Excuse me. That's one thing that about his films, you'll never see anything that's similar or the same. I mean, things that are similar along the same fashion or same line, same designs, but different in every way, shape, or form beyond that. Okay, so since this is only a short, it runs at 33 minutes, excuse me. IMDb, you are wrong on there. You list it at 35 minutes. My copy right here lists at 33, and I double checked the runtime and everything, triple checked it even too. So that's it's hard to really bring up a lot about the story just because of that. Because I don't want to give away anything. Visually, this thing is just so awesome. Let's roll over to my ratings of this thing. On the technical side, it's all right. You know, I mean, it's not anything new or different as far as a technical film goes. I'm not really looking for Citizen Kane. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the next Doctor Strangelove. I'm looking for the next badass horror, body horror with some science fiction blended into it. Gets really out of this world. I'm not gonna lie. This is where the bread and butter goes when it comes to indie filmmaking of 2019 and 2018 with South Mill District. So I want to give this thing a 3 on the 1 through 5 scale for as far as the technical ability. There are some cool camera angles, and the sound score works perfect for it. It doesn't really lag at all in any of those places. It doesn't suffer from any slow parts either. It stays on a nice steady pace throughout the whole film. It's a nice ride. Now, as far as like an entertainment side, this thing is like a 4. Like this thing on the 1 through 5, it's a 4 out of 5 for as far as entertainment goes. The only thing that I think would have made it hit that 5 mark is if it was a little longer, and if maybe I got to see a boob. You know, those always make it better. No, I'm just kidding. Boobs are great. No. But if it was longer, which we'll get that with Variant, and I'm sure I will be pleasantly pleased. I will be pleased. I will be happy. I will absolutely adore it, much like these two. So yes, Teratomorph and South Mill District, Part 1 and 2 to the Eon Corp saga. So what's that, 7 out of 10? That's pretty darn good in my opinion. It's a worthy 7 out of 10 I would say. I'm going to go ahead and put those beautiful babies down. I'm going to get the hell out of here. I hope all of you have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Next week is going to be all zombies. The week of Kyle, because my good friend Kyle Seals wanted me to do some zombie films for him, and since he contributes so much to helping me with my page and keeping things going, and then just being a cool dude and being awesome and being there for me, I'm devoting a whole week to my good friend Kyle, and he will enjoy these, I hope. Monday I will be doing one of my favorite zombie films of all time. There won't be anything crazy as far as independent, like underground stuff. I don't think. I may throw in a couple of them, but I don't want to give away anything yet. All right, guys. Love your faces. As always, I'll see you next week. See you on Monday.